everyone, Ariana here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ariana. I upload cooking videos and document my journey as a cook. Today I'm doing a 1 skillet creamy mushroom chicken that I actually did for a culinary school final a year and some change ago. It did really well, but I did do a couple of tweaks to it in this video to make it that much better. I put some ingredients down below in the correct proportions because after the video I realized that I really like the gravy and I want you to have more gravy too. So everything's down below if you're interested in making that along with me. If you're ready, grab your cooking utensils and let's get started. I'm starting by seasoning both sides of my chicken thighs. Ideally, I would have done this the night before so that the salt can do its thing and work its way into the meat. But I'm only human, and so here we are doing it as the first step. This is going to hang out at room temperature while we prepare the rest of our ingredients. Now it's time to work with some mushrooms. Dirty ones, for that matter. I took the method of taking a damp towel and wiping them down. I know, very meditative, but you can also wash them in a large bowl to let the dirt settle at the bottom, then pat them down. Only do that method if we're going to get straight into cooking though, because otherwise they'll turn slimy. Ta-da! Clean mushrooms. Now I'm taking those beautiful fungi and slicing them up like this. Next up, peel your garlic and prep your shallots. And if you're wondering how to cut shallots, I have an Instagram story doing just that. This chicken has been lying about for about 15 minutes, and as you can see, there is a lot of moisture lying on top of the skin, which we're going to pat down with a paper towel. Don't forget this step since it will help us achieve crunchy skin. Cool, our prep is done, and no lie, I have this tray off to the side so I have everything handy. I'm taking a fairly large pan and heating it over medium-high heat, then doing the water test to see if it's hot enough, and adding oil enough to coat the bottom and letting it glisten. I'm looking for crispy skin with this recipe, so I'm adding the skin side down first to the pan since it is the flattest part, and I'm going to leave the chicken thighs there for about 8 to 10 minutes. Notice that I'm not overcrowding the pan and there's enough room in between each piece. This is so that they won't steam and they can crisp up in their own little space. These babies are going to go for about 8 to 10 minutes on low to medium heat so that the outside can crisp up nicely while the insides cook through. The chicken thighs will tell you when they're ready to flip when they aren't sticking to the pan like this one. Let them do their thing. You can watch a YouTube video like what I'm doing here and then go ahead and check them. Yum! Look at the skin. I'm giving them all a flip and letting the second side go until the meat doesn't stick to the bottom. I'm removing all the pieces from the pan and setting them aside on a rimmed plate so that we can keep all the juices. Okay, back to make the sauce. Now this is fond, which are the leftover chickeny bits that we want to keep for our sauce. So whatever you do, don't change out the pan because this is full of flavor. On medium fire, I'm starting off by adding the ingredients that take longest to cook, so mushrooms, shallots, and then garlic. I'm doing this so that the things that take faster to cook don't burn easily. Add your thyme, season with salt and pepper, and then mix it around again. Everything is now sauteed and looking good. Now I'm adding chicken broth to lift up the leftover fond at the bottom. I'm letting that chicken broth reduce just a little to intensify the chickeny flavor and adding more broth to add to the sauce's volume. In also goes the heavy cream, and we're going to stir that around until we get a consistency that we like. The consistency that I'm looking for is not runny like this one, but we want it to coat the back of the spoon. To help us reach that goal, I'm adding a knob of butter to create a silkier sauce as well as thicken it. After reducing for a minute or two, we now have the consistency that we want. Here you can see me adding all the chicken thighs back to the pan, as well as all of the juices that came along with it. Then I'm going to spoon over our mushroom cream sauce. As a finishing touch, I'm sprinkling a bit of parsley to add some freshness. And of course, I switched out the pan for this upcoming B-roll. This is perfect for a cozy night in, date night, weeknight, impress others, more importantly, impress yourself. You can also eat this with a Brussels sprouts recipe that I've made in a previous video, over rice, or even mashed potatoes. So that is how I make a 1 skillet creamy mushroom chicken. If you choose to make this at home, please be sure to tag me on any of my social media sites that's listed in the description below or anywhere on the screen. I do want to see it and I do want to repost it, so please show the love. If you're not already, please subscribe to me for any other cooking videos that I'll be uploading in the future. So thank you for watching and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!